Hello students, you are watching IELTS Anika and I am Insha. Today we are going to discuss an IELTS essay, specifically a causes and solution essay. This is one of the easiest type of task to essay as we don't have to give our opinion. So here we don't have to write points such as I think that or in my opinion or according to me. Okay. So today I'll be presenting a band 8 sample essay of causes and solution, and we'll see an overall structure of the essay, how we should structure an essay so that we could get good marks. Okay, so let's delve into the statement. Let's start. Okay, share screen. Share. Okay. So the statement is some older people struggle with the use of modern electronic technology such as smartphones, computers. What are the reasons and give your solutions? So here the general thing that I have to cover in my essay is about older people and their struggle with the modern electronic technology. When I'm coming in the specifics of that, I have to talk about smartphones and computers, about both of them. I can't just pick one and talk about them. Okay, I have to mention both of them. And then I have to give the reasons and solutions. Okay, what are the reasons for this and what are the solutions for this? Now, the reason that I have given here is that they have lack of knowledge, or I can also say it lack of skill set, right? And the solution I have given here is education, or they can be educated so that they could learn this modern technology. And how can they be educated? They can be educated in their workplace, or they can be educated in their home by us, right? So these are the topics that we are going to cover in our solutions and yeah. Hmm. So solutions and reasons, body paragraphs. Okay, so let's start with the introduction. These days, technology is revamping regularly, and people have to learn new things to adapt to modern technology. Just a reminder that the whole PDF will be given in the description box, so you can download it from there to read it. Okay, so I'll be just discussing how we have to structure it. So the first one is my general statement, or what we call as a thesis statement, just to make a foundation of the essay. This is my general statement that I have written. Okay. The next one, that is, it is generally seen that senior citizens face challenges they whenever new technology launches. This is my paraphrasing of the statement that is already given to me. Okay, so I've paraphrased the statement. Then I have to talk about the reasons and solutions. So I have written the reason that I'll be discussing in my first body paragraph, that is lack of knowledge, and I have written the solution, that is we as a society need to educate them so that they could benefit from it. Okay, so that's how you need to write your introduction. You have to write a thesis statement, you have to paraphrase the statement that is already given to you, your question, and then you have to give your opinion. Since opinion is not asked here, so you have to tell about the reason and solution, which reason and solution you are going to present in your body paragraph, so that the examiner knows beforehand. Coming on to the first body paragraph, the elderly have trouble catching up with new developments in technology because computers and internet are fundamentally novel. So fundamentally novel means a new foundation of something, okay? Something that has just come up in the market that was not there before. Okay, so this is called fundamentally novel, a new thing, a new foundation. Okay, so this is my point, my first point, that they are not able to catch up with the developments in technology. Why? Because it is something new that has just come up in past few decades. Okay, and then I'm explaining the point in the next statement. Computers and smartphones require a skill set that is completely foreign to this generation, as such gadgets were not available in their learning years. So I'm explaining it. Okay, all it is a new thing, and it requires a skill set also that they were not able to catch up when they were in their learning years, that means in their youth, in their 20s or 30s. Okay, since these kind of gadgets were not available at that time. Okay, they just came up. Now I'm giving a example. Okay, this whole is your example till here. So I'm being very specific in my example. What kind of things require skill set? I'm giving few out of them. It can be anything. It can be locating programs, or navigating the unfamiliar interface, or typing, making accounts, troubleshooting. So all this requires a particular skill set. You should know how to locate programs, how to troubleshoot, how to type, where to type, okay, how to use Microsoft Word. So that's a skill that we learn over time, okay. For us, for the generation millennials, what we call, this is our second nature, since we are born and brought up with these kind of gadgets. But for older generations, it is something new, okay, and that's why they have trouble in learning it, in learning that kind of skill set. So this is the example. Now I'm explaining the example that even a simple task of turning on a computer becomes overwhelming and acts as an initial barrier for older generation. Okay, so I am explaining the example a bit how difficult it is for them to operate such kind of gadgets. Okay, they can't even turn on a computer. That also requires a particular process, some kind of steps. Okay, so how I have to write my body paragraph? I have to state the point first, then I have to explain the point, then I have to state the example, and then I have to explain the example. That is called a well-developed point or a well-developed idea. That's how you will get more marks in your writing, in any kind of writing task, if you will use a well-developed point or write a well-developed point. Okay, coming on to our next body paragraph, taking into account the above reasons. So this is the way I'm transitioning from one body paragraph to another body paragraph. Okay, this adds to your coherence and cohesion. Okay, how I'm linking first body paragraph to second body paragraph. Okay, the best solution for this is education. Without wasting time, in the first line only, I have told them how I'm going to what is my solution? That is education. Now, as I have said that education can be at workplace and at home, I'll be explaining both of them. So the first line tells about the workplace. Workshops should be set up in offices which impart training of these gadgets to older people who are still working. And then, moreover, this is a connector which will add up to my vocabulary or my lexical resource. Then I'm talking about the family members, how they can help it. Okay, family members can also help elderly at their home and encourage them to learn this kind of skill. Now I'm giving an example, so I have to become specific. Since most of the family members are scattered all over the world, it would be a great motivation for old people to make video calls to their loved ones by using applications such as Skype, WhatsApp, or Facebook Messenger. So coming to specific, how they can learn it, they can make video calls to those family members who are not staying with them. And how they can make it, we can make them learn it. We at home or at workplace can teach them, okay? Through simple instructions, explaining the example. This is how I'm explaining the example. Through simple instructions from family members, using smartphones and computers can become a routine task. Now I have followed the same procedure I followed in my first body paragraph. I first wrote, this is my point. Okay, my point was education. Then I explained the point in workplace and in family. Okay, then I put up a example, a very specific example of making video calls, and then I explained the example, connected it with the point. Okay, if we as family members teach the older generation how to make video calls, that could be the first step of learning this kind of skill. Okay, now coming on to your conclusion. Sorry, yeah, so I have started my conclusion with to summarize. Never start your conclusion with all in all or something out of the blue. We always want to experiment with new words, okay? But keep your conclusion as simple as it can be. You always use words like to conclude, in conclusion, or to summarize, okay? So if it is simple, you will get more marks for it. So don't try to experiment with the words here, okay? So I have written to summarize. Although old people often cannot understand technology and gap of information is the main reason. Now what I'm doing here, I'm reasserting my point that I have given in my first body paragraph. Okay, so I'm reasserting means I'm repeating my point. My point was lack of knowledge. I have paraphrased it or I have written gap of information in its place. Okay, that is called reasserting my point. And then I'm reasserting the point I gave in my solutions paragraph. That is second body paragraph. What was that? Regular training at work and at home. Okay, is the way to bridge the gap. Okay, instead of writing education, I just paraphrased it. So this, in your conclusion, you have to reassert the points that you have written in your first body paragraph and in your second body paragraph. Okay, so in this way only your conclusion will be full, like a final conclusion. You can't just pick out points from your second body paragraph and make it a conclusion. Okay, you have to tell the reasons also in your conclusion. You have to reassert them also. Then I have closed the essay with one line, that is, in this way the benefits of technology can be given to those who missed out on them in their youth. So this was the whole, you can say, causes and solution essay and how we should write it. Just to go through it again, a way to summarize. In your introduction, first you have to write a general statement or a thesis statement. Then you have to paraphrase the statement, okay? Then you have to give your opinion, or if opinion is not asked, then you have to give the reason and solution that you are going to discuss, okay? Or if they are talking about agreement or disagreement, you have to write here, I truly agree or I firmly disagree with it, and give your reasons why you agree, outline it, so that the examiner knows beforehand what you are going to discuss. When going to your first body paragraph, write this point, your first point, that is lack of knowledge, okay? Explain the point, okay? And then give a specific example and then explain the example, okay? So that's how you will write both your body paragraphs. You will first write the point, explain the point, then write your example, be specific in your examples, and it should be real life example. Don't avoid, I would not say don't use it, but avoid using personal examples as much as you can, okay? And then explain the example. That's what you have to do in second body paragraph. And then you have to write your conclusion. Start your conclusion with to summarize, to conclude. In conclusion, don't experiment with words here, okay? Try to keep it simple, and then reassert the points that you have written in your first body paragraph and second body paragraph. Outline them, but paraphrase. Don't repeat the same word. This also affects your marks in your writing task too, okay? Paraphrase the words, like I have written lack of knowledge, I have written gap of information, okay? And then education, I have written regular training at work and home. So paraphrase the statement or paraphrase your points to reassert it. In simple words, you have to repeat what you have written in your body paragraph 1 and body paragraph 2, but paraphrase it. Meaning should be the same, but words should be different, okay? So that's your conclusion. And this kind of conclusion you have to write everywhere, in every kind of writing task too. Whether it's agree, disagree, whether it's advantages, disadvantages, whether it's an opinion-based essay. There also you have to reassert your points, what you have written in body paragraph 1 and 2, and then you have to give your own opinion. Okay, connect with it with your own opinion. Understood? So this was all from my side. I hope you learned something from it, especially the structure of a causes and solution essay, and you will implement it in your writing so that you can get good marks in it. All the best for your exams, and keep watching my channel. Please subscribe and like it. Thank you so much.